Hi there, it's Liz Yuille, UK Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I have this cute little card. It's made with a combination of the Gotta Have It All Share What You Love bundle and the Ribbon of Courage stamp set. Now this was it was launched in the annual catalogue last year. So, and is carrying over, which I'm delighted by. This resonates with me, I think is the word I'm looking for. It was the $1 Million Achiever stamp set for the lovely Patty Bennett in the US. Her mother, unfortunately, if I've got my facts right, had breast cancer, and this was really Patty's homage, for want of a better word, to her mother and to anyone who has suffered with any form of cancer or illness. As some of you may know, I am a breast cancer survivor, and therefore this really resonates with me. It's one of those strange things that if people know that you are a survivor, you tend to find out that they are too, or that they're touched by it. I hadn't been aware of how many people are touched by these sorts of illnesses until I was touched by it as well. And I think it is just one of those things that like people find like people. Anyway, enough of that. I've actually made this card specifically for someone who is currently in that horrible position, and I thought I would share with you a slightly different version of it. As I say, it's using the Gotta Have It All Share What You Love bundle, which is available to pre-order until the end of May. I know the annual catalogue goes live on the 1st of June, but you know, we all like to get these things early, so there is still time to get this in pre-order. And if you order it before the end of May, you do get free items. So all the details are over on my blog. The details are below, linked straight to the post that goes with this. And there are all the details about the Share What You Love bundle there. So please do have a look at that. My lovely new website, which I'm still absolutely thrilled by. Every time I look at it, it makes me smile. So there we go. Right, so this is a slightly different card for me. It is blank in the middle. Obviously, you could put a mat in there and fancy it up if you want. I've left it blank because I'm going to be writing quite a note. So anyway, let's look at a different version of the same thing. I'm starting with half a sheet of A4 cardstock, but I've cut it the long thin way. So let me just grab my measurements, because it's always useful to have those around. With my scoring board, and I'm going to get rid of the cutting blade, because knowing my luck, I will cut instead of score. The scoreboard, if you remember, is the pale grey, and the cutting one is the dark grey. You should, if you don't lose it, you should never have to replace this, but you can get replacements, so just so you know. Right. We are scoring this. It's a funny measurement, A4. It's 29.7-ish centimetres, which is a really odd size. So we're going to score first of all at 5 centimetres. And yes, I know that's weird for me that I'm working in centimetres, but there we go, every now and again. So 5 centimetres, and I'm going to be combining centimetres and inches just to really confuse you. And then, so that's at one end, and then at the other end, we're going to score at, here's a good measurement, just under 10 centimetres. And I say just under because it is a funny, A4 is a funny measurement. So what I'm going to do is I am going to burnish the narrow score piece, and then this I'm going to fold, and then I'm going to butt the ends together so that they are a nice, clean match. And then I'm going to burnish. There is a little bit of wiggle room when you score. There's a little bit of wiggle room so that you can move things around a little bit, which is why just under 10 centimetres is a good measurement for this particular project. So the next thing we need is some mats and some DSP. I'm changing these up, as I say. So again, this is the gorgeous Share What You Love, and it's really good, thick. It's almost cardstock. And look at the back. I almost don't want to cover this up. It's gorgeous, but I'm using this side. So, hey. Now, I have just checked, and at the point of filming this, and I am filming it the day this goes live because I've had a bit of a nightmare few days. Well, few weeks actually. So as I went to start filming this, I checked. Fast Fuse is still available, only in the original, not the refill. So you can't get refills anymore, but you can get Fast Fuse. So I've got mats that are cut at 3 7/8 by 3 5/8, and then the DSP on top is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. So that's one, and this is rich raspberry. And then for the other side, for the small bit of the gatefold, I've got 3 7/8 by 1 3/4 for the mat, and then for the DSP, I've got 3 3/4 by 1 5/8. So as I say, I'm mixing my... Ooh, and I'm just running out of Fast Fuse. Fortunately, I have another one, so I'll go and get that in a moment. Just stick this down. So yes, 3 3/4 by 1 5/8. Bear with me while I grab another Fast Fuse. I think I'm going to be just right for Fast Fuse until the end of the month, and I think I'm going to run out at about the same point as it goes out of stock. So that's all good. Right, so new Fast Fuse. Okay, so let's attach all of this to our card base. Whoops. You can always tell a new Fast Fuse. The roller is always a little, the tape is always a little looser on a new roll of Fast Fuse. But it's good. So get our image the right way up and just pop this onto our card base. So that's one, and then the other. Now, anyone who is local to me, and I'm South Oxfordshire, I'm near Abingdon. In fact, anyone who's slightly further south than me, if you're near High Wycombe, on Friday, Saturday and Sunday this weekend, there is an event at the Eden Centre. I will be there on the Friday and the Saturday, and it's basically a come and play. And we're going to be using card kits, so you can, and also a designed card, so you can come in and have a look at lots of inspiration from the new catalogue. You can come and meet us and talk to us and feel all the products, and come in and say hello. It'd be great to see you. We're in the Eden Centre in High Wycombe, and we're near Zara. So if you find Zara, then you will find us. So that's that. So yes, it'd be lovely to see lots of you. Now I'm going with So Saffron because it's one of the colours in the pack. I'm actually going to use that side. Now, one of the things I always do when I get my packs of DSP, I put them into these envelopes that keep everything nice and neat because they come sealed in a shrink wrap. But I always take off the information about the colours, particularly on, well, not on some of the on some of the DSP it's printed on the white sheet, but on some of it it's attached to the shrink wrap, and I always cut it off because then you've got the list of colours, and So Saffron is one of them. So I am going to use So Saffron this time, and I'm using the nice flowery ribbon from the Ribbon of Courage. And I'm using Tranquil Tide because Tranquil Tide is also in the DSP. I should say specialty DSP because some of it is pearlised. Because in case you've missed it, it's our 30th anniversary this year, globally. So we've gone all pearl. And this is our celebratory kit, or suite, I should say. So just make sure that's well stamped, and it is. So pop that to one side and clean it later with our lovely new chamois. Oh, actually, I'm going to need that. So let's not pop that away. Let's find our piece of white cardstock because at the same time, sorry, that was just an alert. At the same time, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm using the same one as before. And I'm doing this on Whisper White, and it's sending love and hugs to you. And again, I'm doing that in the Tranquil Tide. So that's that. Now, There are framelets that go with the Ribbon of Courage. If you buy them before the end of this month, hint, hint, you will get a bundle price. But if you wait until June, then you will not get the bundle price. But they are a bundle at the moment, so they are available 10% off if you buy the 2 items together using the bundle code. And that's always a good thing. So why not do that? I will list the bundle number on my blog. There's always a list of products, so that will be on my blog. So go and have a look at that, and you'll get the bundle information. I've also cut one in the champagne foil because I think it's a really good subtle colour. So I'm layering that up. And then what I need is a piece of crumb cake, which I had a scrap lying around. Here we are. A piece of crumb cake and the 2¼ inch circle punch. I'm just punching that out. Then let's build all this up. That's rubbish, so let's get rid of that. Get rid of the bit of rubbish out of the middle because we don't need that. Right, okay, so the basic card and our bits. I'm using one of the pearlescent doilies, which are gorgeous. Can I get that to pearl? Yay! Yay! You can leave it matte by using the back side, and you can colour the back side. The front doesn't colour terribly well because it's a slick surface, but it's still all good. So to attach one to t'other, I'm just putting some fast fuse on the back of my stamped Ribbon of Courage and pop these together. Now, here's a little incentive for you. Because obviously there's a lot of stuff that is retiring. Anyone who orders any of the Share What You Love bundles in May, not only will, from me, not only, no, I didn't want to do that, not only will you be entered into the prize draw that I've got to win, I kid you not, a full set of the retiring, but a lot of them are carrying over, Core Colour Family ink pads, so that's the neutrals, the regals, the brights and the subtles, and a colour caddy, which is out of stock and is retiring. Not only will you, for every £25 you spend, be entered into that, I will also, if you order one of the bundles, and it doesn't matter which one of the bundles you order, I will send out a little pack of retiring DSP. It will be potluck, and it'll be a mixed pack of retiring designer series paper. It'll be cut to 6x6, but just as a little thank you, I won't be using retired items after the end of May, so I thought I would share that with people who have supported me. So there we go. Right, so I'm now adding some more fast fuse to the back of my ribbon. I'm not going all the way to the bottom because I want it to I just don't want it to go all the way to the bottom. It's as simple as that. I'm going to pop a little bit in the middle of my centre, the centre of my crumb cake. And basically, I'm going to use the adhesive on the back of the ribbon to stick not just the ribbon to the doily, but also the whole thing to the background. And I'm going to have one of these straight lines going down the middle. So yes, so I'm trying to share the love in more ways than one. This is all about sharing what we love. So I'm going to share the love of designer series paper with anyone who shops with me in May, buying specifically one of the Share What You Love bundles. And remember, you get free items in every single one. Right, so I'm going to attach this to this using, again, fast fuse, but I need to make sure that I'm only putting adhesive on this side because I do want to be able to open my card. So I'm going to just put it on one half and then pop this so it is half and half. And because I've used this line of the doily here as my centre point, it makes it slightly easier to know where the middle is. So there we are. Lovely, so pretty, and it matches and everything. Right, so for this I am using £2 punches. I'm using a 1 1/2 and a 1 3/8 circle punch. This just fits into the 1 3/8 circle punch, like that. And I'm then going to use Rich Raspberry, which I had a scrap. Oh, there we are. Rich Raspberry scrap for the 1 1/2 circle punch. And then attach one to t'other. Whoops, where are we time-wise? 15 minutes, that's ridiculous to make a card. Oh well, I've been telling you about lots of stuff as well. Do remember that if you had subscribed to my blog by email, I'm just going to attach this as well, because I have changed blog platforms, you will need to do that again if you wish to continue getting emails to your inbox telling you when I've posted. So do that, please do that. You can also sign up for my newsletter, which there's a lovely big banner on my new website about that. I'm going to use the lovely pale pink artisan pearls again on here. So yes, do sign up to my newsletter, particularly if you're in the UK, because obviously I'll be talking about stuff that I do in the UK. So that's all good stuff. And yes, go and have a look. If you haven't already looked at my new website, do go and have a look, because it's gorgeous. Even though I say so, who shouldn't? Although saying that, somebody helped me with the design, because I am not techie. Right, there we are. So there are our two versions of the same card. I think they're gorgeous. So this one is obviously more for breast cancer. I can't honestly remember what the yellow ribbon is, but there are different coloured ribbons depending on the cancer or the disease, because a lot of other diseases have now taken on the ribbon. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that. And I, as I say, go and have a look at my new website below. All the information about this project will be there. Some close-up pictures and all that good stuff. So thank you very much indeed for joining me again today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's down in the bottom right-hand corner. It'd be lovely if you were to subscribe. I've got about 3,600 subscribers now, and it's a growing little community. If you leave a comment, then please, or if you want to leave a comment, please do. There's comments options below, or you can leave a comment over on my website. But it's lovely to hear back from people, and I do eventually get round to replying to all the comments. So thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again very soon.